to What We Watch After Dark. My name's Nathan, and today we are going to be going over one of my favorite films. It came out in 1985, Ladyhawk. It had a director of Richard Dahmer, writer Edward Karma, Michael Thomas Mackenzie, and then it starred Matthew Broderick, Rutger Hauer, and Michelle Pfeiffer. It had a budget of $20 million. It grossed in U.S. and Canada $18 million. Opened that weekend only at $3 million. And grossed worldwide $18 million. See, this movie was a Sunday classic that you could watch on channel... No, 11 was CBS back then. I think it was like 9, but it wasn't CW or it was something else. If you know, please write it down below. Let's go ahead and roll the trailer, and when we get back, I'll talk about the trivia. Roll them.
Matthew Broderick, a pickpocket who thought that anything was better than prison. Little did he know, what he'd escaped from wasn't half as strange or frightening as what he'd stumbled into.
I do not believe what I believe, Lord. These are magical, unexplainable matters, and I beg you not to make me a part of them.
The knight who had saved him wanted only two things: to free his lover and to take his revenge.
I have waited almost 2 years for a sign from God.
Sir, the truth is I talk to God all the time. And no offense, but he never mentioned you.
The pickpocket was the key to his plan. But would you send a thief to guard your treasure? He was the last one in the world to act like a hero. It just happened by itself. And he was drawn into a magical, romantic adventure. Matthew Broderick, Michelle Pfeiffer, Rutger Hauer, Ladyhawk.
Welcome back. Well, I love this movie. Actually, a 7. I give it a 7. It's more of a cult classic. Let's see here. Let's go over some trivia right now. Did you know Curtis Armstrong, famous for his role as Booger in The Revenge of the Nerds, auditioned for the role of Philip Gaston in Ladyhawk? Imagine how different the film might have been with his unique comic style. That may be interesting. In one of the memorable scenes, Captain Navarre, played by Rutger Hauer, slaps Philip Gaston's horse to send him off to Imprisonment Castle. Now I know I'm tearing this shit up, so just the first time they filmed this, Hauer slapped the horse too hard. The horse bolted over a hill with Matthew Broderick unable to stop it. The crew had no choice but to wait for him to return. Well, that's interesting and hilarious and scary. The producer and director, Richard Dahmer, originally envisioned Rutger Hauer as the captain of the guard and Kurt Russell as Navarro. However, Hauer preferred the role of Navarro. When Russell dropped out, just days before filming began, Hauer stepped into the role and created an iconic character we know today. Now, here's one where Warner Brothers really kind of screwed up and they had to pay for it. The marketing department decided to lie to the public and say it was a medieval legend, and the screenwriter Edward Kamar wasn't happy about it with this false claim and took the issue to the Writers Guild Association. He won a cash settlement, but the marketing myth persists. Talk about, you come up with something original, and then you got some jackass saying, oh, but if we put it this way. Some producers or executive producers need to shut up. But anyway, Rupert Hare suggested the emotional ending scene where Navarre spins Abigail around, lifting her over his head. The director, Richard Dahmer, loved the idea. And to keep it genuine, they didn't tell Michelle Pfeiffer. Her surprise reaction, filled with laughter and joy, was completely real and added a touch of authenticity to the film's conclusion. Richard Dahmer does a great job in this movie. I love the story. I think that the editing is great for when it was. I think that they worked with two wolves, which is kind of amazing in the sense of there was one wolf that would do one thing and another wolf that would do something else. But I think the cast did a great job. I think that they really made the story fun, and it still was kind of swashbuckling, if you will. I give it a 7, like I said before. And that's really all I got for you guys today. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It helps a lot. And remember, I love you. Every single one of you. And I hope you love people and friends and family and so on and so forth, until we have peace in the world. So let's stop the wars.